Well, last month, Democrats claimed they were absolutely certain that Brett Kavanaugh was a rapist, likely a gang rapist. But now that he's on the court, they have revealed what we knew all along, that they didn't know that. They didn't care if that was true or not. They only cared about saying anything they could to keep him off the court, no matter how libelous and absurd. Last week, one of the accusers of Brett Kavanaugh admitted to the Senate Judiciary Committee that she, in fact, made up the rape allegation against him. Senator Chuck Grassley has asked the Department of Justice to investigate that person. Tammy Bruce is a radio host and president of Independent Women's Voice, and she joins us tonight. Tammy, you'd think that there would be people who make a living protecting women who would say, wait a second, this is a big deal. You know, you should always admit when you're wrong, but I haven't heard anybody talk about this story, and certainly no one on the left. Why?
Yeah, look, it's not only are they not admitting that they were wrong, but the argument could be made that they knew from the start, right? So this was a political stunt. The problem is, though, is that they should also be angry. I mean, if they were serious,
right, that's
they would be angry that these certain people lied, that it reverses the impact of what we're trying to do for women for the last 20 years to get them to be taken seriously on the issue of sexual assault and domestic violence, et cetera. But you hear crickets. It's silence. And even the media. This was so important. Of course, it consumed media 24/7 for weeks, if not upwards of a month. And now you'd think if this is still such a dynamic issue, I mean, my goodness, is it not a rapist that we've got on the Supreme Court? Wouldn't that even require more outrage and more investigation? And yet, not only is there no more investigation into Kavanaugh, but there's no defense of the women. Right? Now, Julie Swetnick and Avenatti and others, but
exactly.
Swetnick, they're going to need lawyers, right? They're going to need money moving to the future. They're going to need to be able to defend themselves at a federal level. And there's like silence for them, too. Everybody has run for the hills. And what this does confirm is that this was just simply a stunt, that they knew what they were doing, they didn't care about the impact on women overall, and they still don't. And that is the largest fraud facing the American people. The American left, not only not being champions for women and others on the fringe and for these issues, they've been enablers of having those issues get worse. And they are the enemy of women across this country. And I believe tomorrow we're going to see some of the results of that. We saw some change when it came to Democrats' enthusiasm and the gap between the enthusiasm after the Kavanaugh hearing, because I think that fraud finally was exposed, and now it has been confirmed with Senator Grassley's report.
It's remarkable, since you put it that way. That's right. They are not even trying to protect the women whose lives they said they so deeply cared about. What about all the candidates who said that last month, who are now running for office and have not said word one? It's very, and they're never asked about it.
Yeah, weirdly. And that's the strange thing, because I know the news moves quickly, but just everyone think about it. These women, they've thrown into the volcano, and they don't care. They don't care what's happened to them. No one's going to save those women. No one's going to save the people that have been referred. I mean, this is the DOJ. This isn't like, you know, your local prosecutor, and I love local prosecutors as well. But this is serious federal crime, and Grassley's not done yet. Grassley says, you know, they're looking at witness tampering on the Leland Kaiser case and all of that.
It's amazing.
None of these women have support, and that's the Democratic Party that's looking to have more power starting tomorrow.
It's totally transactional, and no, we're not going to call you in the morning, apparently.
No, that's
Tammy,
right.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Tucker.
Well, if tomorrow night goes well, Republicans could pick up a Senate seat in New Jersey. Don't think that's happened, I think, since 1972. Certainly a long time. That'd be kind of amazing. We'll investigate that and other major competitive races after the break.